Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Planet Nomads. Now, I have done as I said I would. I have built myself a mobile-based platform, and I've gone through quite a few iterations, testing different things, and I finally settled on one. I tested it out, it worked well enough. There's a few problems still with it, but I trusted it enough to go ahead and clear the entire base out. The base is gone. Every bit of it that was here is gone. I've also collected my little resource mining operations, my mining rig there, and my water pump. All that stuff's been collected and placed on here in terms of the supplies. So as you can see here, let me see. I think that was something I left there. So I'll take that container. I have added a few containers up top, mainly because of organizing my building materials, but the main storage is these two large cargo containers. They are linked together up here and linked up through the floor into a chain that goes through my refinery, my 3D printer, FAD machine, and my medical station. Along with, I have an armory over here. I also have powered up a radar dish on here because apparently it doesn't work once you scan a single area. You can't scan it again. I also added the terminal here so I could turn things on and off, which is extremely nice, not have to jump around so much. But like I said, this is mainly for storing all my building materials, everything I had built up, stockpiled, ready to go. And this is just for other miscellaneous stuff, like, the biomass, dirty water, because I do have quite a few things. And that's all the stuff I pretty much got from most of my base breakdown. So we are pretty well set on that. And as you can see, I do have a total of 8 wheels on each leg strut. Now, I based this around some designs I found online, and everybody was saying they have no problems going uphill, anything like that with this similar design on the wheel setup. But when I was testing this, I did find quite a few hills that I could not get up, even a shorter slope angle than what people were saying online. And so there's something either different that they're doing that I'm missing, or something has changed since they did those designs. But as you can see, I'm using my lovely little hover pad, which works so great to raise and lower stuff. Initially, what I did to build this was I basically built a little strut that attached to one of the cargo boxes and built out the cargo box and started building everything to the side from there. I also have a nuclear or uranium generator running, and I was like, I've actually got access to uranium now. I'm going to use this. Not sure if nope, that's all the way down. All right, so I've got 6 in there right now, 7. It's got 2 hours, 20 minutes. So it's using a good, it doesn't seem to be as efficient as the deuterium generator, but it could also be the fact that I have a lot more stuff on it at the moment. I do have my mining rig back here, but what I've learned is that even with this on the ground, that's not low enough to actually mine. And I have found some issues where when I was driving and it was lower, it was grabbing on the ground and making it where I got stuck a lot. But I am really quickly going to go ahead and switch that off. So we are dropped down because now it is time to take off. In this, we are going to leave and go, let's see, what's that way? North. Up to this area, I'm going to run the radar again and see what kind of stuff I can find on that, get an idea of the layout, and we're going to find a place up there to build a base. So I am very close to where I was talking about being. You can see there is that big higher elevation up there. It's very steep. I struggled just getting up this incline to this little spot here. There's a very steep incline or decline here, but it's a nice little open spot here, kind of beach. Good parking spot here. I think this is going to be a good spot to build. As far as my starting point, making camp here, starting to move out that way and build. I can kind of see what looks maybe as an island out that way rather than a deep spot in the water, though you think it would be this color instead of being the darker color. There also is that little island there, and seems to be one over this way. Like right there, maybe. Maybe that little part. But yeah, we're going to set up camp, I think, right down in there, using this. That way it's not too bad to get back across here if I need to. And then once the base... Oh, there's that island. I can see that tiny little island over there off in the distance. And it looks like, yeah, another island maybe that way. So maybe those are, instead of underwater, deep water spots, that's actually a place where just a little bit of land comes out. And it's not like a full land mass, so it gets colored differently. But I think for now, this is going to work as a point of operations to try and build a new base out that way. So I need to gather up some supplies, I think. I'm not even sure. I'm still getting used to this stupid change to the building methods in this game. Let's see, where is my floating foundation? Does it not put the floating foundation under basic like all the others? Apparently not. Okay, so floating the foundation, we're going to put it here. So reinforced frame. I can see that. Who's mad at me? Somebody's mad at me. Not sure who, but somebody is mad at me. I'm thinking, I don't want to go too far out. It's going to be kind of hard to do without a flying vehicle. It's going to take too long to get out there. So, yeah, we are looking at... Still getting used to this stupid change. Okay. Frame. Foundation. So annoying, devs. I can't believe this is the change you decide to implement. Alright, so I need that one. I need the standard plating. And really, okay, wow, I need fabric. That's not something I would have expected. So apparently I need fabric. And whoa, who said you can destroy my stuff, huh? Oh, it's one of those little guys. Maybe they're attacking him. Oh, well, you get to see the first real test of my gun that I built. You see how fast it's burning through my battery packs. Okay, let's get up. Alright, come here. And I can't shoot the gun low enough to hit these guys. There we go, finally. Are you coming back at me too? Come on, come at me, bro. There we go, finally. Oh, this is way out here, man. I was thinking about, like, building a big floating base offshore. I didn't think it was gonna be this far out. Let's see how far. I am not even beginning to be out in the distance right now. So that is pretty... So if I go out here, that's going to be a pretty good distance away. I mean, look at that. There's no way I can build out to here and harvest, have like a mining rig or something on the shore and come all the way out here. I don't think that would work. So, tell you what we'll do is we'll start right here in this location, this little area. And that's a floating base platform, floating foundation, and it's not letting me place it. Okay. I'm in the water. And the water seems to have gotten a little shallower there too. Doesn't seem to be as deep right there. Maybe there's something underneath. I mean, I'm sitting here trying to place floating foundation. Let me double check. Floating foundation. Used for building on water. Has no movement capabilities, but can carry a lot of weight. So wherever I build is where it's going to stay. But I cannot seem to be able to build it. So this is very frustrating. Why am I not able to build out here in the water? So I watched a video real quick of somebody else using the floating foundation and found they had to do this. Basically, to place one down. And oh yeah, of course I don't have all the fabric I need. And it flips over. So, forgot I don't have the fabric. So there we go, there's that. There we go. So yeah, definitely a bug with the floating foundations on how they are implemented right now, as far as being able to actually place them down just to start with. That shouldn't be the case. I should not have to do that. Here we go. We've got our first piece of floating foundation. Look at that. And it's not even the way I want it to be. So, great. Hopefully this will float the right way. Or not. Don't even try to connect to it. It's connecting. It's just not connecting at the right angle. Oh, man. This is frustrating. This is super, super frustrating. All right. That's floating. Bouncing very heavily in the water. And yes, I'm facing south. And it's straight. Facing east. And it's not straight. It's no longer straight. It's changed. So, it's not even going to stay floating straight. Just walking on it has caused it to shift. Alright, now moving. Making sure it's not just turning with like a tide or something, because that seems like it could be something going on right now. Move, move! So apparently I can't do much to move it beyond that, but for some reason it can wobble around and flip upside down, it looks like. And part of that problem I'm having there is the fact that this stupid change to the build method. Oh. Okay, this is really, really needing some improvement here. You know, before I could have done this quickly. Tab in, place the platform down, tab out, place the platform, you know, down again. Do all this. Now it's this. I have to remember to hit T to switch to that and then go back. This just it doesn't work for me, devs. This is absolutely terrible change in my opinion. I would much rather have the old style back. I think you need to at least make it an option. Choose how you want it to work. Let us, the players, decide what's working best for us, because this does not work for me. This is making building pretty annoying. Well, I'm gonna get some more foundation. But here, let's see what happens when I add 3 on this side that are not built all the way. Again, that change throwing me off. So it sinks a little bit, but not as much as before. So yeah, the initial floating foundation and getting things started is definitely the biggest problem with this. How's my inventory? I'm good. I've got plenty of stuff. I think I'll be fine for resources. So I'm going to try to get a few things built before morning comes. So morning came a little bit quicker than I expected, but as you can see, I have a platform out there. It's 5 by 5 floating foundations. I've got a couple of solar beacon lights on there, so I have free power for lighting. And I have also come back here and found a resource deposit right here where I was parked. And so I spent the last couple of minutes trying to get this lined up just right. And of course, I got attacked again. And he's probably, yep, there we go. I knew it. Hopefully when I kill enough of them, they'll leave me alone at that point. They won't be constantly respawning. Oh, I could get too high for you to hit me with the boulder. There we go.
Your body sustained heavy injuries.
So I took damage just from it breaking on the ground near me. That doesn't seem quite right. All right, we're going to take this apart. And I need to bring it down a bit. Here I go with this convoluted build system again. We're going to extend this downwards because I need it to actually be where it's making contact. Maybe not that far. There. Now let's make sure. Yes. So I'm only getting aluminum and cobalt, no silver. But that's okay. It will sit there and fill up that inventory. And at the same time, I can sit here and just tell it to build what I need it to build. So let's see. Yeah, I've got 30 there. I should have more over here still too. Yes, there we go. Get that. Get that. Just gonna load up, make a bunch of fabric because I will be expanding this out a good bit, I'm sure. Trying to get this big floating foundation going. So we'll go ahead and do 180. There we go. So that's going. That should have enough to get the foundation expanded out a little bit further. It also, I still have enough from all of this, so I should be good to go. And I've got to actually get some more supplies. I need some more of my general goodies. Let's take these. I've got it nicely organized, so I'm trying to keep it somewhat organized for the moment. And I need, we're going to take some glass and electronics. And down here, more of the basic, or the reinforced frames, more of that. Where is it? I need to make some SC electronics, apparently. Okay, and those. Hopefully that won't be a big deal, but I'll get that going. Yep, alright, so we're going to go with, we'll just start with 90 on that. And I need, oh, I don't need to make that. I don't have a lot of Xenot. I haven't found much more yet. I think I've only got like, maybe 40 left. So I'll probably need to save that. I love how it's got the icon still for connecting electricity. Even though I am done connecting electricity, I have to also for that equip my weapon just to get rid of it. This is not an update. This is a bug. An intentionally introduced bug to the game. There's just too many problems with it. Devs need to fix it. Put it back to the way it was, in my opinion. Here we are. My lovely, lovely new base. And because that is close to the land, I'm going to leave this little spot open for the time being. Maybe I have a little, like a little landing pad, you know, for me to go on foot out that way, walkway type deal. I feel like this is enough for a starting point. I don't want to get too big on it, but at the same time, I feel like maybe I should do another round of floating foundations, go 7 by 7. That way I can split it into like 2 halves. One half can be storage and one half can be production, because I will be growing this a lot later on. I'm thinking other buildings too, like building off one little set of platforms to another big platform. Just here's a walkway that goes from here to the next one over. And I want to build floors to it, make a kind of a tower thing. I don't know how much weight it will support in that, but we'll find out when it gets to that point. For now, I think I am going to go ahead and build one more row of platforms along it. Well, it is another lovely morning here in Planet Nomads, on whatever planet this is called. I can't remember. I've started filling in the sides with the ceiling, and as you can see, I've completed the walls pretty much. I went with the windowed walls at the front because this is going to be a balcony. I did have to move things back a bit because once I got to the very end, it didn't line up right, so I had to redo this entire wall set, but I've got that done. I've done the other walls as just reinforced walls, not because of resources, but because of look, because this is where I'm going to have production stuff kind of going, or maybe even like just storage along here, all tied into a big production thing. And this will be kind of like a living area. And I wanted to go ahead and get the stairs put in, So I can walk up here, and this will be part of this floor here, wherever, whatever I use it for, and it will have the glass walls all the way around. So I come up here and look out, and I don't know, I may end up making the production up here, where I come up here and this is like just all storage. This is maybe storage supplies for when I go out, or, you know, fuel production over here or something like that. I'll have all this wired up, so when I come in, I can dump stuff in here, and all the production is going to be up top, and can just pull everything straight from down here. I'm going to be thinking about it a bit this week. It's definitely going to be an ever-evolving design, but I've got plenty of stuff to experiment with on this, plenty of stuff to be doing right now for this base. Not a lot of adventuring and exploring going to be happening now. I'm mostly going to focus on building this out, trying to get things set up a little bit nicer, so I can then start working on modifications of the mobile base and make it a flying mobile base. But that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, and make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the progress so far. If you got any suggestions for the new floating base, any suggestions for fixing the wheels and the wheel setup on the mobile base, or suggestions for the rotors, we'd love to hear from you guys. But as always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Be sure to keep it spicy this week. Thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video.